Hey ballers, welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we'll be talking about how to remove the reflectors as well as Harley-Davidson emblem from your motorcycle.
Boy, that sure sounds good.
Hey ballers, welcome back to the channel. If you like our content, give us a like, and if you really like our content, well then go ahead and subscribe. So as I said in our intro, we're going to go over how to remove the reflectors as well as the emblem off of your motorcycle. And you can use this on any bike. It's not specific to Harley. I personally don't like the reflector that comes on this bike, and I really don't like this emblem that's over here on the gas tank. I think for me in particular, that emblem is just very basic. So what I've done is I'm going to remove the reflectors, take the emblem off, and I will be replacing the emblem with a sticker that says Harley-Davidson. So before you get started, there's just a couple things you need to know, and we can go over that right now. Okay, so to remove the reflector or the emblem off the side of the gas tank, there's a few things you're going to need. One, you're going to need a heat gun, or if you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hair dryer. It's just going to be used to warm up that area so that the glue behind the reflector or behind the emblem warms up enough that you can get your string in behind it and kind of peel it off of there. That's why you need the fishing line. I have 30-pound test here, but you can use 20-pound test, 15-pound test, just as long as it's plastic or just something that's not going to scrape up your paint. And then, of course, you're going to need some Goo Gone or some type of adhesive remover, as well as some WD-40 to kind of clean up the glue and get any of the sticky residue off of the paint when you're done. And then I'm going to be replacing the Harley-Davidson emblem with some Harley-Davidson stickers, and I'll show you that when I'm done. I got these off of Etsy. I've had good success on my other bike with the sticker and the guy I got them from, and they look great, and it's cheap, and yeah, so let's get started. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and heat up the reflector. And I don't want to hold the heat gun or the hair dryer around it. Specifically, I don't want to hold the heat gun because it could melt the reflector. I just want to get that glue that's back in behind there softened up. Just enough that I can get the fishing line stretched in behind there. You may have to do this a couple times to get it started, but once you get this corner peeled away, then it's pretty easy to pull this thing off. So that's enough of that. And then I'm just going to take my string. Don't wrap it around your finger. Try to wrap it around your whole hand and get it back in there. And you're just going to try to work its way down. And as I work it, it snapped, but that's okay. That's what I'm using. And you can see now that I got it in there, this thing's coming off real easy. And I just kind of saw my way down through this. And if I bring this thing back up, you can see, off it comes. Now, what I'll do is go ahead and warm this up a little bit, because the more glue or rubber that you can get off of this, the easier it's going to be when you put the goo on or the WD-40 on here to clean this off. So I'm just going to warm this up a little bit. And then I'm just going to take my fishing line and I'm just going to kind of work it and just keep seesawing, right? And you can see I got more and more coming off. And obviously my line is plastic, so it's not going to scratch any of this. Now I don't want it so hot that it's going to melt my fishing line, but and I'm just going to keep on doing this until I get as much of this off as I can. Okay, that's probably about the best I'm going to get it. And so the next step is I'm going to put some Goo Gone on there to loosen it up. Get some rags. Once I got the Goo Gone on there and letting it sit, I'll hit it with the WD-40, and we'll just keep alternating between Goo Gone and WD-40 till everything's clean and coming off. Goo Gone. Okay, so I've spent maybe about 10 minutes just hitting this with some Goo Gone, and also as I'm wiping it down, I'm using the heat gun to just kind of keep that glue a little warm, and it comes off real easy. Now I will say that what I failed to mention is I do have a silicone like pot scraper, so it's not going to scratch anything, and that makes it real easy. You just run this gun up and down here and you just keep scraping, and it all comes off. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'll just hit it with some WD-40 to clean it up a little bit, and there you go. Reflectors removed. And that's the same process for the emblem as well, or really any of the other reflectors that are on the bike. So I'm going to hit it with some WD-40 like I said. I don't spray that on the forks or on the bike. I just spray it on the rag and just wipe it up and down. And you can run your fingers over this and you'll feel if there's any residue left, and I don't feel any. But and there you go. All right, so I took the reflector off on the other side of the bike as well, and it's been soaking with the Goo Gone on it. And again, I'm just gonna, you can see I still got some glue on here. I'm just gonna warm it up. I'm gonna put the scraper, and you can see it just starts to come off. Again, it's a bit of a process, but I'm just going to continue to do that until it's all gone, and I'm cleaning up with the WD-40. Okay, and again, I've spent about 10 minutes cleaning this off, and my rag already has some WD-40 on it. I got all the residue off. I'm just gonna give it a nice polish down, if you want to say, to get anything else off of there. And there you go. And that's how you remove it. So hey, again, I'm going to move on to the emblem on the side, but it's the same process. So thanks for watching the channel, and if you like our content, give us a like, and if you really like our content, then go ahead and subscribe. Thanks again.